A week ago, her legs were swollen, heavy, and stiff. Just getting up from a chair felt like dragging blocks of concrete, and every step was slow, labored, and uncertain. Sleep had become restless, disturbed by constant aching that never quite faded, a situation all too familiar for countless people over the age of 60 who quietly endure the pain, the swelling, and the invisible burden of weakening legs every single day without fully realizing how much it's impacting their lives. But then came a surprising transformation because in just 7 days, her legs felt noticeably lighter. The pain began to fade. She moved with more ease, slept through the night without being jolted awake by cramps, and even started enjoying peaceful morning walks again, without the fear of stumbling, without any new prescriptions, doctor visits, or expensive machines. In fact, the only thing she did was apply a natural oil to her legs each day, an oil most people already have sitting forgotten in their kitchen cupboards, an oil that's been used for generations, yet pushed aside in today's fast-paced world of pills, procedures, and gadgets. And what this simple, natural approach did in just 1 week, without side effects, without stress, and without any radical changes, felt nothing short of incredible. This video is dedicated to everyone who's tired of feeling the constant ache, the swelling and the heaviness that creeps into their legs and quietly robs them of freedom and joy. Because yes, it is possible to ease that pain, to feel light again. And it starts with something as small and powerful as rosemary oil. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use this oil, what kind of results to expect day by day, and 3 natural combinations that can take your results even further. And before we dive deeper, leave a comment below with your age and where you're watching from. Now let's take a closer look at why legs start to feel heavier and weaker after 60 and what's really going on beneath the surface. Because Margaret didn't just wake up one day with $385.50 in her bank account heavy legs. It crept up slowly, first a dull ache behind her knees after walking to the mailbox, then puffy ankles by evening even on days she barely moved, and eventually cramps when bending down to water her plants. And by the time she reached 72, even standing up from her recliner required effort she never expected. Like so many others, she thought, maybe this is just what aging feels like. But in reality, her body had been giving her subtle warning signs for years. Her circulation was slowing, blood vessels becoming stiff and narrow, struggling to move blood efficiently to and from the legs, leaving her lower body starving for oxygen and nutrients, making her legs feel weak, tired, and slow. At the same time, fluid was building up because her kidneys and lymphatic system weren't clearing water as well, and gravity pulled that fluid to her ankles, causing swelling that made walking difficult and sleep harder. And with that came muscle loss. Not because Margaret was lazy, but because her muscles weren't being regularly activated, causing them to slowly shrink and weaken, putting more strain on joints and increasing her risk of falls. But her situation wasn't hopeless, because her body didn't need a miracle. It just needed support. And Margaret found that support on an ordinary Tuesday afternoon when she stumbled upon a small glass bottle while cleaning out her spice cabinet, tucked behind old vinegar and dried oregano. Rosemary oil, something she had bought years ago after reading it, was good for sore muscles and forgotten. So that evening, with her legs aching again, instead of using her heating pad, she decided to give the oil a try, warming a few drops between her palms and gently massaging it into her legs. And what happened next surprised her. A gentle warmth rose under her skin, not burning, but comforting, as if her legs were waking up. And that night, for the first time in weeks, she slept without cramps. Rosemary oil might sound simple, but it's powerful, packed with rosmarinic acid, antioxidants, and compounds that naturally boost circulation, ease inflammation, and relax muscles. It's been used for centuries in traditional Greek and Roman remedies for tired legs, aching feet, and stiff joints. And what makes it special isn't just its ingredients, but how quickly it works by stimulating blood flow in the legs and calming inflammation that causes swelling, while also providing a deeply soothing scent that brings emotional comfort. Margaret began using it daily, and soon it wasn't just a massage. It was a ritual, a moment of peace, and a way to reconnect with her body. And if you're wondering how to use rosemary oil for similar results, it's simple. Apply it right after a warm shower when your skin is clean and your pores open, or anytime your legs are clean and dry. Just warm the oil gently in your hands, breathe in the herbal scent, and start at your ankles, using firm but gentle strokes upward to your calves, behind the knees and thighs, taking 5 to 7 minutes per leg, breathing slowly as you go. This kind of loving, consistent massage helps reawaken your legs, especially if done twice a day, morning and night. And for Margaret, it became second nature, like brushing her teeth. Some days she did it once, other days just at night. And when her legs felt especially sore, she'd elevate them on pillows for 15 minutes or wrap them with a warm towel after massaging to help the oil soak in deeper and soothe her muscles further. But above all, it was the stillness, the silence, and the self-care that made the biggest impact. Because when you give yourself attention, something inside starts to heal. And here's what she noticed day by day. On day 1, it wasn't about pain relief, but presence. The act of caring for her body already lifted her spirit. By day 2, the stiffness lessened and sleep improved. Day 3, her steps felt smoother, lighter. Day 4, her skin looked healthier, less dry and flaky. Day 5 and 6, she felt more confident, walking steadier and climbing stairs without needing the railing. And on day 7, she looked at her legs and smiled. For the first time in a long time, they didn't feel like a burden. They felt like a part of her again, capable, alive, supported. And while rosemary oil worked beautifully for her, there are other natural oils that can support your legs depending on your needs, like arnica oil, which helps if your legs bruise easily or swell after walking. Perfect for people like Margaret's friend Helen, who works at a vegetable stall and found great relief in just a few days. Or lavender oil, which not only relaxes the mind with its soothing scent, but also calms muscles and nerves, making it ideal for restless nights and nighttime cramps. And horse chestnut oil, especially good for circulation in visible veins, often used in Europe to strengthen blood vessels and reduce the feeling of heaviness in the legs. Some people mix a few drops of each into a carrier oil, like almond or olive oil, for a customized blend, while others alternate based on how their legs feel that day, because the key is listening. Your body speaks, and these oils help you respond. But oils work best when paired with simple daily habits, and Margaret made a few small but powerful changes. She started each day with a 10-minute walk. No rush, just steady movement to activate circulation and help the oil do its job better. She added 3 easy exercises: standing calf raises, seated leg extensions, and ankle circles. All doable at home in just a few minutes. She slightly reduced her salt intake at night to ease swelling and added circulation-boosting foods like garlic, turmeric, and berries to her meals. And every afternoon, she took 15 minutes to elevate her legs, allowing her veins to rest and her ankles to deflate. At night, she tucked a soft pillow under her ankles to support drainage during sleep. Simple, mindful steps that enhanced the oil's effectiveness and brought balance to her daily rhythm. And as more people try this method, common questions arise. Can you use it with varicose veins? Yes, just massage gently and avoid direct pressure on the veins. Is it still effective over age 80? Absolutely. Your body still responds, even if it takes a bit more time. Is it only for women? Not at all. Men also suffer from poor circulation, muscle loss, and swelling, and many have reported deep relief and emotional healing from these self-care routines. How long should you use it? Start with 7 days and continue based on how you feel. Some make it a nightly habit. And what if you don't see results right away? Be patient. Some bodies take longer to unwind years of tension, but even small changes like better sleep or reduced swelling are signs it's working. And before we end, here's one final important message. Your legs have carried you through a lifetime of joy, grief, work, and love. They've supported you through every chapter, and they still deserve care and attention, not to look younger, not to impress anyone, but because you are worthy of love and nurturing at every stage of life. So tonight, take 5 minutes, sit quietly, warm a little oil in your hands, and honor your body with touch, breath, and stillness. Because healing often starts with the smallest acts of kindness, and your journey toward lighter, stronger, happier legs can begin right now. If this message resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to Health 365 for more natural, gentle ways to feel alive, strong, and at peace in your own skin. Until next time, walk gently and walk with love.